To World of Sport Replay with your host, Peter Donegan.
And a very good morning, everyone. Welcome along to World of Sport Replay this morning, and thanks to Sandy Roberts and Kevin Bartlett for Junior Supporters Club. And it's nice to be back with you after quite a few holes of golf, as Sandy said, over the last few weeks. Not too successfully. Thank you very much. Thank you. I actually did manage one par in my 15 rounds. And, of course, we have a big day of sport, as Sandy said, coming up for you here on Channel 7. And in World of Sport Replay, we'll be taking a look at racing yesterday from Caulfield, also the harness racing from Moonee Valley last night, and the greyhounds from throughout the week. And, of course, a very happy Mother's Day to my mum and all the mothers out there. Hope you have a great day. Let's take a look at the Tats Lotto results from last night. Draw number 397. Division 1 prize pool, $1.844 million. And the numbers you required were 5, 6, 8, 18, 22 and 29, with the supplementary number 35. And in Super 66 last night, as drawn by Shirl and Ding Dong, the numbers fell this way: 3, 5, 9, 1, 9 and 8. So for the mums, hope those numbers may have been lucky for you. We'll take a break and be back to take a look at yesterday's 8-race card at Caulfield.
Today.
Welcome back to World of Sport Replay, and we're going to take a look at racing yesterday from Caulfield, where the punters had quite a good day, and the Fiscom hurdle opened up proceedings. It was over about 3,000 metres, and the horse, who was originally from Victoria, then went over to Tasmania to do his racing, and he's back here in Victoria now, trained by Michael Trinder. Mansion Downs was the popular pick. Let's pick up the action now with your commentator, the accurate one, Bill Collins.
Away they go at the first attempt. Caught them in a reasonably good line. March of Morn, one of the first to get going. Mansion Downs began well, and Magic Paul driving through on the inside with March of Morn, Peter's Legacy, and then My Hutch as they go to the first obstacle. Then about 3 or 4 lengths to the Orchardist, followed by Waldara, and Quobite's about 4 lengths away last. Going down towards the second jump, Magic Paul, 1.5 lengths to 2 lengths now. 2 in second place, Mansion Downs and Beau Cumis together. 2 to March of Morn, 1 length to Peter's Legacy, and My Hutch settling down on the inside of them. About 5 lengths to Waldara, another 4 to the Orchardist, and about 2 lengths last is Quobite. They're on the turn the first time, and the pacemaker Magic Paul, and slowing them up now as they enter the straight. Most of the horses inclined to pull a little bit, and Magic Paul comes down to the first in the lane, about 1.5 lengths in front from Mansion Downs on the inside. On the outside is Beau Cumis. My Hutch getting right up along the rails towards the leaders, and then out wide a March of Morn, Peter's Legacy. 2 to Waldara, 2 to the Orchardist, and 4 to Quobite. Here's the hurdle in front of the judge, and the leader Magic Paul over it, 1.5 lengths. My Hutch, who's got up on the inside now to join Mansion Downs. They're about 3 or 4 lengths in front here from Beau Cumis. On the outside, March of Morn, Peter's Legacy sneaking up on the rails. 2 to Waldara, 4 to the Orchardist, and 2 lengths to Quobite. They go past the 1800, heading to the 3 jumps along the Glen Huntley side, and Magic Paul the leader, about 1 length to My Hutch, and Mansion Downs the outside. He's running out of these hurdles, this one, and My Hutch got up on the fence, and Mansion Downs the outside. It's almost a line of 3, about 5 lengths to Peter's Legacy. 2 to Beau Cumis, about 4 lengths away March of Morn from Waldara, Quobite and the Orchardist. Going to the jump at the 1600, and hitting that one was Mansion Downs. He's getting taken out of these jumps. The boy, I think he wants to get past Magic Paul. He does now, but My Hutch has sneaked up on the inside. The 3 of them in line coming to the next obstacle, and as they went over it, they landed in line. It's on the rails, My Hutch, in the centre, Magic Paul, and now Mansion Downs the outside. They're 10 lengths in front of Peter's Legacy, 2 or 3 then further back in the field, Beau Cumis, and next then came Quobite, March of Morn, Waldara, and 3 to the Orchardist, who hasn't raised a gallop so far. With 1100 to go, Mansion Downs and My Hutch almost together. Mansion Downs about a head in front. Magic Paul's retiring 5 lengths away. Peter's Legacy making up a bit of ground next. They come down to the third last, and Mansion Downs about 3/4 of a length to My Hutch as they draw to it. 4 lengths to Peter's Legacy, running on pretty well, and 3 to Magic Paul, and then Quobite on the outside, followed by the Orchardist and March of Morn. Over the third last, and My Hutch jumped it better, landed a neck in front of Mansion Downs. 4 lengths away then Peter's Legacy. Quobite running under pressure at the second last, and a gap March of Morn, the Orchardist. Over the second last, My Hutch landed a neck in front of Mansion Downs. 3 to Peter's Legacy. He's under the whip, but he's making ground still. still. As they came to the home turn, Quobite was fourth in a long gap to March of Morn and the Orchardist. Mansion Downs got to the lead on the corner, and 400 out on the flat. He's got a bit more pace than My Hutch. He's drawn a length and a half in front of My Hutch, whose rider's feeling for the whip. 3 to Peter's Legacy, and Quobite still battling on as they come to the last. And Mansion Downs about 3 parts of a length in front of My Hutch. He hit it hard, but landed a half length clear. 2 or 3 then further back in the field came Quobite. Mansion Downs now dashed away a length in front. He's had to go for the whip, but he's drawing away. And the favourites home in the first. Mansion Downs, the Tasmanian, wins it by about 3 parts of a length to My Hutch. A neck away third, Quobite. 6 lengths to the Orchardist, followed by Peter's Legacy, March of Morn. A long gap to Beau Cumis. Then came Magic Paul. And last to finish in the race will be Waldara.
And the first favourite home at the Heath, Mansion Downs 5-2 from My Hutch at 5s and Quobite third at 13-2. The Council Welter was the second race on the card, over 1,600 metres, and Luther's Luck, looked upon as one of the good things of the day, was the favourite at 6-4.
Racing at the first attempt, jumped away in a perfect line. Luther's Luck on the inside and Surake, the early leaders from I'm a Guy. Ben's Magic moving up to take them on quickly on the outside, and they were followed by Roby's Pride, the Incisor. Then Mighty Lance for a length and a half, Game Patrol, followed by Live Albert, Centra Brecius and Brown Ripper. Climbing the hill towards the 1,200 metre mark, and the pace is on. Ben's Magic a neck in front of Surake, and they're 5 lengths in front of Luther's Luck. A half Roby's Pride, 2 to I'm a Guy, 3 parts Mighty Lancer and a half the Incisor, 4 lengths to Live Albert being scrubbed up. They're followed by Game Patrol and 3 lengths to Centra Brecius and Brown Ripper. Ben's Magic led at the 1,000, a length and a half Surake, 8 lengths away third is Luther's Luck. As they come down the side of the track, I'm a Guy is moving up just behind that bunch of horses. Then as they start to close on the leaders, Roby's Pride the outside. Then came Mighty Lancer, a length to the Incisor, hard ridden, and so is Live Albert, but he is making ground a length away in a long gap. Game Patrol, Centra Brecius and Brown Ripper. 600 out and still a great battle as Surake on the outside. Surake went up to join the leader, Ben's Magic. 4 lengths Luther's Luck. He's had a great run in behind them. Then a length and a half further back came Mighty Lancer, Roby's Pride, Live Albert to the outside, and then came the Incisor and I'm a Guy. They're grabbing the leaders quickly on the turn, and here Ben's Magic's been joined by Luther's Luck, who swept to the lead, the favourite into the straight. Dashed away a length and a half now. On the outside, Roby's Pride running on well. I'm a Guy is gone. Live Albert coming with a late run, and the Incisor going for a split. He's not finding a lot. Luther's Luck as Mighty Lancer comes at him on the inside. Mighty Lancer takes the lead near the line, and Mighty Lancer's going to win it about a neck to Luther's Luck. The Incisor third from Roby's Pride. They're followed by Live Albert. 2 or 3 lengths to I'm a Guy, Surake, Ben's Magic. Then Game Patrol, Centra Brecius, well back, and Brown Ripper was last to finish.
Well, the favourite looked all over a winner at the 200 metre mark, but just couldn't go on in the last bit, and Mighty Lancer finishing too well at 25s to defeat Luther's Luck at 6-4 and the Incisor third at 6s. In the Chiquita Handicap, the third race, 1,400 the journey, equal favourites Sabanella and Sovereigna at 3-1.
Racing, and caught them in a pretty good line, although Bernie Girl didn't want to go early, and Honeybridge bounced out and led about a length and a half, settling down from Admire Me. Sabanella away well from Cove and Ventra, and then Ghost Rider. Round the outside of the field, there next is Sovereigna making up some ground. Water Toy going around them with Mahina. Victory Bay is a fair way back in the middle of the field, followed by Quit the Club, and then Better Merchant, Warm Hands as well back. And Karonga misses towards the rear with Fleance, and Bernie Girl tailed off, and Papuan Lass in front of about 4. Down to the 800 they race. Admire Me took the lead a half length to Mahina, and Sabanella trapped 3 deep. Well, Mahina's in trouble there. It's going back through the field. Ghost Rider's gone up with Honeybridge towards the leader now from Ventra, and they were followed then by Karonga Miss around the outside. Sovereigna getting closer, and dropping out of it here is Cove from Victory Bay, and Papuan Miss, and Mahina's broken down. On the turn, 400 out, and Honeybridge went to a length lead from Sabanella, followed by Ghost Rider. Water Toy trying to get through, and Sovereigna now pulled to the outside, and also Karonga Miss out there, followed by Admire Me. Honeybridge burst a length and a half to Sabanella into the straight. They were followed in third place by Cove running on. Sovereigna's not in the race. Honeybridge in front of the 200, holding Sabanella and Cove at bay, and with about 100 to go, it's Honeybridge nicely clear from Sabanella and Cove, and the others a long way back, and Honeybridge goes on to score well. 2 lengths to Sabanella. Cove is third, about 4 lengths to Ghost Rider fourth, then Water Toy, followed by Sovereigna. Then came Karonga Miss, Papuan Lass, followed by Better Merchant. Next is Victory Bay, and back behind them Quit the Club and Warm Hands. Then came Ventra and Fleance, who's well out of it. And Admire Me is one of the last, and back with it is Bernie Girl.
Well, it certainly was a good day for trainer Russ Cleland. He won the Queensland Guineas with Phoenix Rising up north and trained Honeybridge to victory in the third at 7-1 from the equal favourite Sabanella 3s, Cove at 12-1 and Sovereigna the unplaced equal favourite. In the fourth event, the Lowland Handicap over 1,200 metres, once again equal favourites at 3-1 each of two, Carabahar and Endearing.
The inside, they're racing now. Carabahar jumped quickly over near the inside with Geminance and also showing plenty of pace earlier, Super Action. When they settle down into stride, Hug and Endearing out wide have gone fast, and Wonder Twig and Stiletto Stars up with them too. Hug just led at the 1,000-metre mark now from Fashion Show. They were followed by Geminance and Carabahar on the inside, Endearing and Super Action together next from Wonder Twig and Frosty Dawn. Then Deadly Dutch, Hard Ridden, moving up along the inside. Behind it, Santa Orient, Stiletto Star had lost some ground from Hidden Secret, Classified Lady and Wellbeck, Placid Time make the show, and last of all Crystal Springs. Down by the 500 near the turn they raced. Carabahar had gone through to take up the lead now from Fashion Show. A length and a half too on the outside. Super Action starting to put in a sprint at the leaders now from Geminance and then Hug and Endearing. Round the turn Carabahar led about 2 lengths and doing it well from Super Action. Endearing down the outside, and they were followed further back then by Wonder Twig. Carabahar well clear at the 300, starting to shorten stride a bit on the outside. Endearing coming after it, but with 100 to go, Carabahar holding it safely at bay, and Carabahar's going on to score. It'll win by about a length from Endearing. Third placing Frosty Dawn, I think, got it just in front of either Santa Orient or Classified Lady. They finished together. Then came Stiletto Star, Super Action. Crystal Springs made up some ground next from Wonder Twig, Hug, Placid Time, Geminance. Well back is Make the Show with Hidden Secret and Fashion Show, and Deadly Dutch, one of the last to finish.
And the equal favourites fighting it out, Carabahar 3-1, Endearing 3-1 and Frosty Dawn getting third at 6-1. That was the first half of the program from the Heath yesterday. We'll be back to take a look at the last 4 races in just a moment. And Handicap was the first leg of the double race 5, and the popular pick was Solo Affair at 9-2.
Racing now, and jumped away pretty well over near the inside. Selmark fairly away with Pride of Exalt and Bow Radiant showing speed. Martek's going to lead them out in the centre with Mazorski. Smart Little Lady and Stratosphere's gone up into about 4th placing, settling down with a Bon Marsh, and Bow Radiant now going through on the rails from Check the Deck. They were followed a little further back by Plain Charger, and Selmark is over on the inside of that bunch. Richborg, and on the outside of them also making some ground here is Penny Edition getting up into a favourable spot. Solo Affair's about last of the main bunch at this stage, and well back in the field is Ranger's Son. As they came down to the turn with 500 to go, Martek a half, Mazorski and Stratosphere. Bow Radiant on the rails, a length Smart Little Lady, Richborg in the centre and Penny Edition. A length of Bon Marsh, and then Check the Deck and Solo Affair to the outside from Selmark. In the straight they race, and Martek a dash to the lead, about a length and a half clear of Bow Radiant. Over on the outside, Mazorski and Stratosphere. Penny Edition running on fairly with Smart Little Lady, Check the Deck. Martek in front narrowly from Bow Radiant. The challengers coming now. Penny Edition over on the outside is coming with a good run after the leaders at this stage, and Brigand Rose, but Penny Edition's finishing too well, and it'll win. Very close for second, Martek or Brigand Rose, and then Bow Radiant, Ranger's Son. Richborg was next, followed by Smart Little Lady and Mazorski. Then came Wellback, Stratosphere, Solo Affair. Check the Deck didn't yelp at all today. They were followed further back in the field then by Pride of Exalt and Plain Charger, Selmark, and a Bon Marsh back towards the rear.
He's an old marvel, Penny Edition, more than $400,000 in stakes now, and he was successful at 7s from Martek 13-2. Brigand Rose, a big run for a bolter, 140-1. Solo Affair, the favourite, unplaced at 9-2. In the Chadstone Handicap Race 6 over 1,400 metres, popular pick here, Braquillo at 13-8.
Away they go. Braquillo got away fairly, but Loaded Cannon's the best out from Master of Disguise and Inspected, and Royal Exit going up quickly. Braquillo next on the fence. King Canal getting back into the centre of the field as Miller's Mate goes round the outside, and so does Hydrology up towards the lead, and Windmill is last when they settle down. Over the hill, Royal Exit joined by Hydrology from Inspected. Oh, Master of Disguise, he's got back jumping, he's tossed the rider, he's gone. Nothing else was interfered with at the time, and the boy's on his feet. Down by the 1,000-metre mark now. And let's sort them out here at one of the leaders, Hydrology, up there with Miller's Mate, and King Namnan round the outside. Loaded Cannons is handy, and Royal Exit on the fence with Inspected there also. They were followed a little further back, Red Opaque, and then Silver Wonder. A length and a half, King Namnan, and then 2 further back in the field came Touch of Dash, and Windmill is well out of it at this stage with Boston Bay. On the corner, Miller's Mate and Royal Exit from Bequillo the outside. Hydrology looking for a run. Loaded Cannons pull to the outside with Red Opaque, and they were followed then by Silver Wonder Inspected, and on the outside King Canal pulled out wide. In the straight there's many chances here. Bequillo got to the lead from Red Opaque. Over on the inside, Hydrology getting through with Loaded Cannons, and then King Canal running greenly, but it's Bequillo in front with 100 to go from Red Opaque and Loaded Cannons. Bequillo the leader near the line, and Bequillo's going to go on and win. Scores a length and a half to Red Opaque. Loaded Cannons third from Hydrology. King Canal raced greenly next from Inspected. Silver Wonder Touch of Dash. Long gap to King Nam Nan, and Windmill was well out of it with Miller's Mate. Boston Bay back near the rear, and Royal Exit stopped to a walk.
Yes, an excellent effort last time, and Bequillo proving that form good by winning at 13-8 from Red Opaque at 20s and Loaded Cannons at 10-1. In the Textile Handicap, the 7th race, second leg of the double, here the favourite Niako Fair at 3-1.
Ready, and they're racing. Floggerboller out well over on the inside with My Dulcinera. Zafiro got away fairly well. Rotama King, the grey, showing speed in the centre. Italian Verdict, Cosmic City outside it with Ask Again. And Venia. Now Game Choice back near the rear, and Wren's Pride last when they settle down. And going to the judge the first time, Venia cuts across to lead a length and a half to Floggerboller, Cosmic City and Ask Again. 2 lengths to Rotomar King, and then My Dulcinera. He's got in on the rails next from Italian Verdict, and they were followed by Rose and Thistle just behind them. Then came a length away Brinkworth, Triple Toss the rails, a length Niako Fair, Zam Gary. Then Desperate Sweep and a couple of lengths to Wren's Pride, and they were followed back towards the rear of the field, Game Choice and Zafiro. As they went up by the 1700 now, and Venia, given its head, has raced away about 5 lengths in front here from Floggerboller. 1.5 Ask Again, 2 to Cosmic City, a length further back then Rotomar King. My Dulcinera sticking to the inside, and outside it is Brinkworth, a length Italian Verdict trapped a bit deep here, Rose and Thistle the centre. Triple Toss the rails, a length and a half Niako Fair. Then Wren's Pride around the outside of Zamgari, followed by Desperate Sweep and Game Choice back near the rear with Zafiro. On top of the hill at the 1200, and Venia still had a lead of about 4 or 5 lengths at this stage. Closing the gap, Floggerboller and a half to Ask Again, followed by Rotomar King. My Dulcinera on the inside as they grab this leader quickly at this stage. Brinkworth is up with them too, and then Italian Verdict, followed by Triple Toss the rails. They're packing up Wren's Pride, Rose and Thistle, Zamgari, and then Niako Fair further back in the field from Desperate Sweep. They pack right up at the 800-metre mark. Ask Again took the lead from Floggerboller. Third, Rotomar King. My Dulcinera's, he's ridden at a dream race. It's still on the rails. Fourth. 2 lengths away then, a Cosmic City under the whip, and they were followed then by Wren's Pride. Rose and Thistle starting to get a move on quickly from Triple Toss, and they're followed by Brinkworth at the head of the others from Niako Fair. They're on the turn, 500 out. Floggerboller and Ask Again with Rose of Thistle tackling them. He's trying to get out on My Dulcinera now from Rotomar King, and they were followed further back in the field. Cosmic City, Rose and Thistle got to the lead on the outside as they straighten for home from Ask Again in the centre. My Dulcinera getting out now, and then Rotomar King's got Rose and Thistle in front. My Dulcinera's got out, but he might have had to give it too big a start. Rose and Thistle in front with 100 to go, holding My Dulcinera at bay with 100 yards to go from Rotomar King, and Zafiro out wide, and Rose and Thistle and Bobby Skelton win at a length to My Dulcinera. Well, the steeplechaser Rotomar King showed a bit more pace today. He's run third. Then Zafiro, and they were followed by Niako Fair, who came home when it was all over. Next, Zamgari, Ask Again behind them from Triple Toss, Desperate Sweep, Brinkworth, Cosmic City. Then Italian Verdict, Floggerboller, Wren's Pride, and a long way back Game Choice and Venia.
The much-travelled Rose and Thistle at 7-2, taking out the Textile Handicap from My Dulcinera 4-1, Rotomar King 25-1, and the favourite Niako Fair running 5th at 3-1. Bookmakers probably just had their nose in front coming to the last race, and punters were trying to advance to the front with Taxall, the popular pick, at 13-4.
On racing at the first attempt. Jumped away very well. Greek Note the first to get going on the inside from Brave Statement, and Top Act away well from Taxall. Beager Boy going up towards the leaders early too with Bowlane, and then Tristina dropping in on the inside. It's followed closely by Zizlis, a couple of lengths to Vengeance's Best, and Shady Palm in that bunch with Charlie's Legend. Tock Lady going back towards the rear of the field. All Flowers about third last at this stage. Tock Lady's going berserk as they go up the hill, and Iridescence back towards the rear with Admiral Boy. They race into the gloom near the 1200-metre mark, and it's Greek Note showing the way today, out about a couple of lengths to Top Act, and on the outside, Brave Statement. A length to Taxel fourth, and then tucked in on the inside of them is Zizless. A length further back, Bow Lane, and they've got away a couple of lengths to Tristina. Then Bega Boy, Charlie's Legend, Vengeance's Best, a length to Tock Lady, 2 or 3 lengths to Iridescence and Shady Palm. All Flowers second last, and Admiral Boy is last. At the 800-metre mark, Greek Note a length and a half, Brave Statement a half, Top Act, and now Bow Lane switched 3 deep going round the outside. Taxel is with them, and I think it's Charlie's Legend making a bit of ground next. Then Zizless in on the rails, and they're followed by Tristina, pull to the outside from Tock Lady. Then Bega Boy, All Flower, well back. She's going to be wide from Vengeance's Best as they near the turn. On the corner, Greek Note just the leader now. Bow Lane's gone up to tackle it out wide, and also there Taxel pushing through in the centre, and on the outside here's Tristina with a big run. Tristina out wide's gone up to hit the front as they turn for home and shot away. Tristina by more than 2 lengths to Taxel, Greek Note, Bow Lane, Charlie's Legend, and then All Flower, but it's gone further ahead now. Tristina by 4 lengths. Zizless getting out, starting to run on well from All Flower, but Tristina's going to win by 4 or 5 lengths. All Flower and Zizless battle out the minors. All Flower second, Zizless third, then Taxel, Vengeance's Best down the outside. It's followed by Bega Boy. With those horses, Brave Statement, Greek Note, Charlie's Legend, Iridescence, Admiral Boy. Well back is Shady Palm, and Brave Statement and Top Act, and Bow Lane dropped right out of it, and Tock Lady one of the last to finish.
Well, that absolutely bolted in, and quite a good result for the bookmakers, although it paid very light on the Tate Tristina at 9 to 1, paying only $3.40, odds of less than 6 to 1. All Flowers second, 11 to 2. Zizless third, 25s, and the favourite Taxel unplaced at 13 to 4. Let's check the doubles yesterday from around Australia. The extra double at Caulfield, 7 and 3, $138.70. Daily double, a pair of ones, $20.70, and the quadrella on 3 111, $256.55. In Sydney, the extra 2 and 6, $15.40. The daily double 4 and 1, $29.30. In Adelaide yesterday, big meeting there. The extra double 7 and 8, $497.40. The daily double on a pair of ones, $33.90. Yesterday in Brisbane, the double on Phoenix Rising, the Guineas winner, and Common Man 16 and 12, $357.65. Provincial racing at Bendigo 4 and 6, the extra $20.20. Daily double on 4 and 3, $19.15, and the quadrella on 4, 4, 3 and 6, $2,345.90. And that was the way Channel 7 cameras saw racing yesterday at Caulfield, and we'll be back to take a look at the greyhound racing action from this week in just a moment on World of Sport Replay. I am Robert. Time